Hello, this is Crazy G, and you're tuned in to a special edition of the G Spot. Yeah, I'm sitting in for a little bit here this afternoon, for a few anyways. We have a special guest on the phone right now, Vin, the lead vocalist for the band Sponge. You there, Vin?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm here alive and well.
Awesome, man. Thanks for taking the time to hit the G Spot. What's going on?
Man, we just finished up the Summerland tour. We did our last date last night. So, you know, we're certainly disappointed the tour is over, but you know what? We're just looking forward to, you know, working our new record and getting back out there and doing more dates.
Ah, very, very cool. Yeah, I had a friend of ours here at WSUR, Micah. I guess he shot you guys up at the Casino Ballroom in Hampton, New Hampshire, and you guys absolutely loved his pics, I guess. And
Yes, we got to get some of those pics.
Well, you know what? I'll be talking to him, and I'll definitely let him know. You guys, you're releasing a new CD. It's titled Stop the Bleeding. Can you tell us a little bit about the recording of this CD?
Well, sure. There are about 5 songs that we did about 2 years ago, you know, that were kind of included on a limited release EP. And our intent, you know, at some point along the line was to, you know, hopefully finish a full-length record. You know, making records these days is not a very sexy thing, you know what I mean? Bands seem to sell songs. People buy songs from iTunes or online. The idea of making a full-length, you know, was kind of not looking like such a great idea. However, we thought, you know what, if we want to get back out on the road, we want to have something to promote, we better promote a full-length record. So we went back in and we recorded 6 additional songs, and we managed to put this all together. We have some advanced copies on the road with us right now, but the official release date looks to be about September 13th, and we partnered up with a label out of Brooklyn called The End, and they have kind of taken over the helm regarding, you know, all the particulars about releasing a record. So,
did you find anything different when you guys went in to do this compared to past CDs? You know, like, did you approach it differently, or did you keep the same mold that, you know, you guys used to use?
Well, the same mold years ago would have been just, you know, everybody in the studio at the same time hammering it out. And for the first 5 songs that we did, you know, we certainly included some of the guys in the group, but it was primarily Tim Padlin, who we've, you know, produced like 4 records with now, and myself. And then, you know, the additional 5 tunes, you know, some stuff I would put together at my studio at home, and then we finally got the band in for a couple tunes, you know, and cutting like a band, you know what I mean?
Right.
With the whole group in the studio, hashing the stuff out and making it right.
That's awesome. Fade from View is the first track off this CD. What was the idea behind this song?
You know, unfortunately, we've over the last couple of years, we've had a lot of close friends pass away quickly for various reasons, you know. And you know, it's like anybody getting older. You know, you're losing people that are around you. So this idea about these people that just, you know, are no longer in our lives, people that we love, you know, and it just, you know, really, it affects us. Things that affect us, they make us want to write songs. And this is, you know, what we want to talk about. So that is primarily the concept of the tune.
What was it like putting your spin on the Jim Croce song, Time in a Bottle?
You know what? Just a great song that's always haunted me. You know, lyrically, it has always been a part of the artistic landscape, you know. And putting this twist on it is almost something, you know, a lot of and this is probably the oddball on the record regarding people going, is this Sponge? Because the production is a very different kind of thing. It's almost like, well, these days we get calls to do songs for movies or TV, and they want something specific. So this is kind of a hybrid between, like, you know, for lack of better words, Sponge and maybe Skrillex or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
We had the good fortune of meeting Jim Croce's wife out in San Francisco recently, and we sat with her, and we wanted to talk to her about this oddball version of her late husband's song, and she was wonderful, and she sat down with us for quite some time. You know, Ingrid Croce is her name, and she was very, very kind to us, and you know, gave us the contact information because we want to send her a copy of the record. So, you know, I'm going to write a letter explaining what I just explained to you, and hopefully she likes the tune.
Well, she should. I mean, this CD has tons of great tunes on it. The song "Star" also seems very heartfelt and passionate. What was this song based on? Any personal experiences?
Well, this song, I guess I best can explain it. This is about the people in the entertainment business, you know, or the people that are looking for fame and fortune that eventually just get in over their heads. I mean, the rock and roll business can be a toxic business, you know, and, you know, drugs, alcohol, you know, living wrong, and death, you know. What do you get out of that, man? You get your star, you know what I mean? What did it cost? It cost you everything.
Where do you and or the band draw your creative juices from?
I suppose just trying to stay aware of what's going on around us, you know, plenty going on around you all the time, you know what I mean? You can always sit and think about the things that you would internally think about, but the world's an interesting place. You just got to open up your eyes and, you know, react to what you see.
Getting back to the Summerland tour, what actually was it like for you guys? I know it's been a while since you were on tour. How did it feel going back on tour?
Well, you know, we've still been active over the last 10 years doing plenty of dates, one-off weekends and things like that. However, doing, you know, 2 months with a lot of great groups on something that's so wonderfully organized is something that we haven't done in a long time. And it's really like, you know, getting up on that horse again. But I got to tell you, you know, it didn't take us long to get our legs out there. You know what I mean? It happened real fast because it's just like, you know, getting right back out there and doing something that you love to do, and you remember real quick how to do it.
You got to be honest here. What was it like being on tour with Everclear Live and Filter?
Great group of guys. You know, these guys have been doing it for as long as we have, and we've got a bunch of guys that have been understanding the business, and they've existed in the business for so long. You know what? You got to be doing something right. You got to be a pretty decent person to be out there, and these guys are all decent guys, man. You know, and it truly was a privilege to be out there with the fellas, you know. It really was. We spent the whole day yesterday, you know, taking pictures of each other and exchanging phone numbers, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that was just dynamite.
What are some of your musical influences and or the band's influences?
You know, going all the way back to some of the great Detroit bands, or Detroit-influenced bands, you know, Iggy, the MC5, Cooper, you know.
Yeah,
like...
You're bringing some back for me, let me tell you.
I mean, that's the stuff where we cut our teeth, you know what I mean? And, you know, and I look at great groups like Aerosmith or the Psychedelic Furs or Bowie, you know what I mean? It's kind of, that kind of helps us, or made us look at how we put our sound together, you know? These are just some of the all-time great groups. And you know, we've been fortunate enough to, you know, be out there on the road with Iggy Pop or Richard Butler, you know what I mean? So we've had, you know, the first-hand experience.
That is a great experience, if you ask me. Well, listen, I've taken up a lot of your time, enough of it anyways. I'm just going to ask you one more question, and I'll let you get going so you can relax and kick back for a bit. Are there any plans already in the band's mind or your mind to get right back at the writing process?
You know, like focusing on a Sponge song or another record, you know, it's really time now to focus on promoting the record. You know what I mean? Really working hard, staying focused to get this thing out there, you know what I mean? And to get back and write, you know, I'm always writing something, you know, it might not work for Sponge, it might work for something else, but, you know, I think now is the time to get out there. We got dates booked for September and October right now, and we'll just get out there and rock.
Cool. Awesome. Well, I hope you guys come back around here very soon. I want to thank you for talking to us today. And I want to thank NewEnglandConcertReviews.com for hooking this up. And I'll let Micah know. All right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, man. Thanks again, Vin.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right, peace. That was Vin, the lead vocalist from the band Sponge, talking about them getting off tour and their new CD.